up in Saddleworth. You can hear the rain, it's just started now. Had a really good night. It was Whit Friday, so they have all the bands coming down through the villages, and this is one of them. It's clever what they do. Anyway, next stop, the farm, get some stuff done. Andrew's been looking at this and checking the fuses, and we've got two 30 amp fuses gone. So find them, put them in, see if it starts, should be fine, and then tip the box up and have a look whether we can see anything inside, if there's any rodent damage or something like that that may have caused them to go. Just a bit strange really. Annoyingly, I can't find the box of mini fuses, so I might have to nip to the shop or something and get some. We're just trying to get the front end of tractor's head a bit shorter because we think it's a bit out of proportion, so we're looking at mounting something with a link arm folded up so it brings it further forwards. So we're just trying to mock it up now. Nudging this up just to see what it looks like. We've put that like that, but it's sitting wrong, so we need a little short top link. So Andrew's getting the one off the Solace. We'll see if we can adjust it over, get it to sit right, and then that's shortened it by the length of the link arms then, so it should look a little bit more in proportions. Got these on yesterday to see what it looked like, but this is going to be bonded to stock board and then fastened through the wheels to make them solid. We've got to cut and trim this to make it look right, and then make a plastic top for the cab, and then the same with the back. So we were just messing around yesterday, just putting it on just to mock it up, just to see how long a bits we need. We might make the top of the cab actually out of an old IBC or some white guttering. I think we're getting somewhere now. Oh! Right, we've got the solid top link and a bit of a pin we've made at the moment. Just going to try it back now, see what it looks like. From here you wouldn't know. Just got to make something for the roof now. So we're going to go get some IBC tubs. Andrew's just going to drop the spreader off. But it looks a bit better being a bit shorter. On the top, we've got to cut all this to size and then make it so that we either bond it to the window or we unclip the rubber and clip it in, cut out for the handle, and then cut out these corners now so that it'll come this way. People are worried about the cooling, but by the time we've trimmed this off, and there's so much airflow through there, it's so open, I don't see it being a problem at all, especially as the tractor's not going to be working very hard. Once this is bungeed round here, it can escape the hot air down there as well. Then above here, we've got some mounts in the middle of the roof. So we're going to get these IBC bits and see what we can do with them, see if we can make them look like they'll fit. And then we can do away with that white tape we put on. Probably would have been far easier to start with a tractor that actually looked a little bit more like Tractor Ted with the square front and the square cab. There's Andrew, yeah? And Oscar. Yeah, they're going to get some IBC bladders, inserts from Brookhouse. Right, I'm just going down the yard because I can see pigeons landing on the barley, which is a little bit annoying. I'm just going to see if there's some gone flat. I don't understand. Oh, I see what they're doing. They're getting in. They're getting in where there's a little bit of a bare patch, aren't they? See them? That bare patch where the flood came to and deposited all the straw. Remember, was it Christmas when we were driving on the ice? Let's make a loud noise now, James, and get them up. Woo! Quite a lot, isn't there? Again, landing where the flood was. I ate pigeons. Yeah, look at them there. Where it's thin. Oh! That barley, James. See it? It's actually quite juicy. Nice big grains. Didn't turn out too bad at all, that really, did it, considering how late it went in? I'll be cutting this in 2 weeks. Maybe 3. I've been sent these in the post. It's white, so not particularly handy to wear when you've got children or live on a farm. But thank you anyway from, is it Rainments, is it? And this hat as well with pheasants on. Do you know what, I saw 3 pheasants dead, but let's have a look. Don't know, what do you think? Keeps the sun off your face. My dad wore a cap for years, till about 10 years ago when he switched to a baseball cap. He's been putting stones on the garden. So he's just tidying them up now so we can mow it. You're on the fence today, Clara. So you've tipped them out the way, James. What are you doing in there, James? I was just showing some farmers round from Switzerland that just turned up. There's the guys from Switzerland, so just 5 farmers come over. They've been in London, then they've been in Liverpool, then they're in Manchester and flying back tomorrow. Just come over for a little holiday. Wanted to see some tractors, googled a contractor near Liverpool, come up with me. Didn't know anything about YouTube or what they were going to find when they got here. So they were quite surprised when I was used to showing people around. And one of them worked for Fence as well, so he was made up seeing a couple of 728s. That's the thing about farming, everyone's so friendly, aren't they? Talking to some guys at cereals, and they come over with cereals every year from the southwest, and I always call it a farm on the way home after the cereals, the day after cereals, and have a look round. They said they've done it for 20 or 30 years, just got in touch with whoever they think's nearby and said, can we come and visit? And no one's ever said no to them. Anyway, Sean's back with the 728. We're gonna go to the little thing now in Hale Village, where Bill and Joe have got some tractors and some animals there. How can you tell that Rob's been to Euro auctions? That's how. Bill and Joe brought the machinery up and some sheep and some goats to show people. See the barley and the wheat from up here. I'll show you this while we're parked in Bill's yard, but that's what Joe and Andrew have made. You can lift the chutes up and down, and they've cut the sides off IBCs to make lids. Stops the rodents going in all the random bits of seed that they've got knocking about, which what we've got. So I think we need to get on and make some of these next week. Back now from Hale Carnival. Gonna have a quick look what's going on with that. Now we've got some fuses. Right, we've got ignition and a fuel pump, but still doesn't want to start. It's really weird. Tip the back anyway now, I think. Have a little bit of a check. What's going on? Did you see any wires damaged? Some water last night. Andrew took the battery cover off to check in there. This is one we'd had for the lights. Doesn't seem to be anything. Can you hear the fuel pump running? The only thing is I didn't have any 30 amp fuses, only had 20s, but strange. Not sure what it is. I'll have a look when I'm not in some clean clothes. What do you think? Is the wheel bearing's got loud?
Something's loud, but I don't know. That doesn't feel like enough of a ground to be as loud as it is, but it's also...
What's tinkling?
No. It's probably a bit of play all over it, isn't it?
Yeah. You want me to...
The other thing is drop the oil in the transfer box and make sure that's alright. See this?
Just check the diff oil, but it's making a funny noise. Yeah, when Ian went cereals of the day, his car was making a funny noise, so trying to see what he thinks it could be before it goes bang. On today's birthday bumper, we've got Jeff Potts is 59, Charlie Allen is 14, Noah and Lewis Horton are 3 weeks old, Liam and Olivia White, happy 60th wedding anniversary, Archie is 20 and Toby Champion is 58, and we're now at £92,224 plus gift aid, so happy birthday everyone on there and anyone else whose birthday it is today. Don't you think, Ian? Andrew's been cutting some corners and making the white bit for the top of the cab. So I went off to the fair, but you get 4 corners of the IBCs. That one's trimming off to the right height. That'll give us the white roof and then the green bits down the side. And then that looks a lot better now. It's got a shorter nose, a bit more in proportions. But yeah, I thought he might have done a bit more while I was gone, but he hasn't really. I think he ended up unloading stuff for Rob. But yeah, we'll cut a few more of these up and make some corners. Anyway, I think that's all for today. So sorry it's not been the most interesting day for farming, but might get some grass cuts tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.